Well, howdy, y'all. Just thought I'd do a little video here on Friday night and do a shout out to the early YouTube craps video days. And when I first started looking at YouTube as a way to get some insight and some ideas that went beyond all the books I was reading, and to see some actual, tosses, things. And one of the first videos I saw out there was, I talked about this in the last video I put out, was a guy by the name of, and Sledge Nail It reminded me of his name. It was Easy, E/Z Way, Easy Way. And the guy had a great toss, a great grip, had a homemade rig. He's just a dude, at home, like all of us are, more or less, tossing dice and talking about it and such. And he used pretty much exclusively a what I call a modified 3V set. He used a 3V with 11 and 3 instead of 6 and 8. And he didn't use two different colored dice or anything like that. And he was very inspirational to me in the sense that, hey, I thought to myself, wow, I'm picking up some tips and stuff. But I thought, hey, I can maybe do that. At the time, I was, I think, throwing it into a cardboard box or something. And then I kept watching, and oh gosh, I'm going to imagine it was Bone Thrower was the next one that popped up, and old Bone Thrower was pretty amazing to me in the sense that he was great at grips. I'm sure he still is great at grips and tosses, but his concepts of setting the dice and how the grip and the toss can influence one of them and the other one, doesn't matter. He had his dice trailing and controlled random and so on and so forth, and it really opened my mind to the possibility of different ways of throwing the dice in different sorts of sets. All of that is it in the desire to avoid certain numbers and increase other numbers, right? So, or influencing the result. There's still one more of the old drop toss. Kind of tosses. So anyway, I just wanted to do this real short, just as a shout out and a thank you to the pioneers out there who who did this stuff years ago and kind of bought mainstream YouTube. Now there's a silly toss and I'm just fooling around, but Anyhow, all that being said, you know, the whole idea and everything that you see on YouTube has origins. And I think sometimes it's useful to recognize and remember where it all started from, you know, for each of us out there in our, you know, what do you want to call it? Crap shooting, Craps Nation journey. And I also want to just give a shout out to some of the newer videos that I'm seeing out there. Pro Craps, for example. Man, John is got way more energy than I do for presenting useful and knowledgeable information. Man, dude, you ought to be charging money for all the great information you're throwing out there. And it's all free. And I think that's the thing that I really want to talk about here is that, you know, anybody can go sign up for a class with, you know, Dominator, Golden Touch, Howard Rock and Roller, all those guys. And I recommend that. That's not a bad thing to do. It's a smart thing to do. But on top of that, there's, look at that, 3D set came right back. There's a ton of very useful, you got to sort through it because some of it ain't so useful, but most of it is pretty useful, free information from people just like you who maybe had been there, you know. Look at that 3V set produced a 6, just like it's supposed to. Love it when a plan comes together, right? Anyway, YouTube, thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Bone Thrower, Dangerous Arm, Easy Way, Crap Shooter 66, Full Press, all you pioneers. All of you pioneers out there that helped pave the way for what right now is a very robust and I think good and useful media for players and people who want to learn the game, understand better about presetting dice, developing a controlled toss, grip, release, so on and so forth, to gain an advantage. And of course, to explore various strategies for betting, making bets on the game. All right, that's it. Close that out with a hard 10. 9-minute video. All the best, y'all. Stay safe, be happy, get the money, and keep practicing, you know. It's a beautiful game. It's got a lot of possibility, and you ain't careful, You're going to lose a lot of money at it. So, take that for what it's worth. All the best. Let's let out.